And Sergachev, he scores! Keller warps it, scores! 3 seconds to go. After he shoots, he scores! Big save, rebound, they score! Logan Cooley! And the smile is back!
Good late evening, or late afternoon, early evening, whatever it is, wherever you are. Today, hockey fans, Utah hoping to keep their playoff hopes alive once again, playing their most important game until Monday, taking on the Tampa Bay Lightning tonight in their first ever matchup. Lineups for tonight's game, looking at Utah first, Keller, Cooley, Schmaltz on that top line, Carcone, Hayton, Gunther on the second, Krause, McBain, Doan on the third, Maselli, Stenlin, Kerfoot on the third, Sergachev, Marino on the top D pairing, Cole, Kesselring on the second, Mata, Dursey on the third, and once again Vejmelka in net. Looking over to Tampa, Hagel, Cirelli, Kucherov on the top line, Gensel, Point, Gord on the second, Bjorkstrand, Paul, Gonzalez on the third, Gergensen, Glendening on the fourth, Tampa running 7 defensemen today, Radish taking that spot on the fourth line, Hedman Moser on the top D pairing, McDonough and Chernak on the second, Lilleberg and Perbix on the third, and Halverson in net for Tampa today, his first NHL career start. I believe he played in 17-18, they said, for about 13 minutes for the Rangers, but tonight his first actual start. So very, good for him on that. Utah still only sitting 4 points back. It's not impossible, but a win tonight should help. Keep an eye on the other games going on. Vancouver, good for Utah, losing 5-3 today against the Rangers. That keeps them at 76 points. Blues currently up 3-1 against Chicago, and Islanders currently up 2-1 against Calgary. So we'll keep an eye on those for the rest of today. See how that shakes out the standings for Utah. Opening face-off here, Hayton and Paul on the draw. This one won back by Utah. It'll end up back in their zone. Sergachev with it, looking to chip this one into neutral ice. Take a couple bounces. Gunther able to get it, moves in right side, throwing one towards the net. That one saved away. Carconio grabbing the left side corner, pressured off the puck. Paul trying to grab this one away. Hayton fighting for it as well. It'll squeak out of the zone, but Gunther to it first. Back to Kesselring, right side neutral ice. He'll launch this one in. Take a bounce off the corner there. Luckily, nobody there at Tampa to grab it in front. Moving up the other way, Paul will toss this one over to the right side, looking to throw one towards the net. That one will be tipped away by Utah, ends up behind it instead. Bjorkstrand trying to fight for this one. Will be taken away by Utah. Cooley in the corner with it. Gives this one back behind the net for Marino as they cool this puck down. Marino cuts out of the zone with it. Quick little pass up to Cooley. Launch this one across to Keller. Right side point with it. Left side for Schmaltz. Back to Keller. Fix a shot. Still with it. Back down the line for Dursey. We'll ring this one around behind the net. Cooley tries to grab one. Goes a little too far. Hagel trying to get to it first. And we'll get this one out to neutral ice. Cirelli trying to fight for it. Utah push back down to the Tampa Bay line. Can't get it deep, though. That one immediately knocked back out by Perbix. Trying to cut up the left side with it. Dump back for Cirelli. He'll push this one around to the right side boards where McBain will clear this one back to neutral ice. Cirelli racing for it. Doan as well. That one will be pushed to the corner. Perbix able to get to it first. Great back check there by Doan, trying to kind of put something in the neutral zone here. Bad pass by Tampa Bay, trying to get one in front. A shot there by Krause. That one saved away. Bolt digging away, squeaks free. Back to Marino, right side point with it. Throwing one towards net, looking for a bounce. That one ends up to the right side corner. Perbix not able to hold that one down. Moser trying to fight for it. Doan will pressure him with the puck, but ultimately ends up behind the Tampa net. They have control. Perbix with it. Gets this one up to Gord. He'll launch it in left side with speed. Ends up to the right side boards with it. Stenlin trying to kind of move out with it. Instead, he'll give this one to Maselli deep in his own zone. 17:50, long pass up by him. Can't do much with it. Tampa will take it away on the left side boards. Tied up right. Tampa look to clear this one to neutral ice, and they will. Can't quite hold it down, though. It'll be Mata that picks it up in the Utah end. Mata up to Dursey. Gets over the red line. Chips this one into the Tampa end. Hayton squeaking through everybody to pressure in that right side corner. against Chernak there. Hayden coming in to help as well. Glendenning for Tampa. Got McDonough in as well. That one's still tied up in that right side corner. Both teams still fighting for it. Finally, squeaks free right to Tampa, though. They'll cut out of the zone with it. Chipping out left side, trying to get this one up and out with it. It'll end up behind the Utah net there for Gergensons. So I can't find his number on my sheet here. A shot from the right side. That one saved away by Vejmelka. Quick little tip up there by Gunther. I'll find Carcone. Cuts up the right side with speed. Glendenning. Great pressure from him to push him right up against the boards with no help. Tampa able to clear this one back to neutralize. Taken away by Utah, though. Cooley, he'll dump this one back to the Utah end. Kesselring chips up for Keller. Now Cole with it. Launched up the right side for Cooley. He'll cut up the zone with it. Trying to throw one in front for Keller. That one pushed away. Tampa not able to clear. They will on the second attempt here, though. It's Hagel moving up the other way with speed. Pass over the right side now. Kucherov with it. Long pass to Riley. Great play there by Keller. Poke checks that one away from him. Push back to Kucherov. Back down the line for McDonough. Thrown to the net. That one hits a Utah stick. Kucherov takes a swing at it, but ultimately Utah will take this one away. Now back to neutral ice. Right to Tampa, though. Pass over to left side boards. Kucherov cuts into the zone with it, looking for one on net. Too much pressure there from Krause. Will push it down the line instead. Kucherov now back with it in the left side corner. Dancing with it, thrown to the slot. That one saved away by Vejmelka, and he'll hold. 15:47 now left in the first. Shot sitting 2-1 in favor of Utah. Well, good news, bad news, I guess. Looking at the other game, St. Louis now up 4-1. 11 minutes left in the third there. And Calgary able to tie that one with about 13 and a half left in the second. Looking at our game, more importantly, great pressure by Utah early. This is exactly what you want to see. Over the last few, they haven't started on time in a few of them. So to see them come out with that offense early, that's, it's encouraging. Is what it is. The right side draw on the Utah end, one back into neutral ice. Tampa will push it right back in. Left side will find Marino behind the net. Point trying to pressure this one away. Taken away by Gord. Thrown to the slot. That one can't get a shot. Back down to Point. Another one. That one saved away by Vejmelka. Gensel trying to fight for it. Kerfoot coming in to help. He'll grab that one away for Utah. Marino back now with it. Try to get this one out to Maselli. Ends up in the neutral ice anyway. Utah up the other way with speed. It's Sergachev. Throwing this one towards the net. Block it away. Right to Kerfoot, though. Can't quite hold it. Now Stenlin with it in the left side corner. Kerfoot looking for one. Looking for a tip in front. Just goes wide instead. Gensel up the other way. He'll chip this one in left side. He's got no help as the both teams there going for a change. Jersey back behind his own net. He'll cut out with it. Quick pass up to Hayden. He'll look to chip this one in right side. Gunther can't quite hold that pass down. Jersey fighting to keep it in along the right side point. Still in play. Both teams digging. It'll end up right in the front of the net there, but nobody there but Radish. He'll clear this one back to neutral ice. Jersey now with it at his own line, trying to chip this one up. Takes a wild bounce into the air. Keller able to pick it away, though. Trying to find Hayden with it. Can't quite get in the zone in time. Jersey will grab it and neutralize, and he'll launch this one in as Utah goes for change. Radish back behind his net now. Keller with pressure. Cuts out with it. Trying to get this one to Hedman. Ultimately, he'll get it long all the way down to the Utah end. Cole grab it first. Now Kesselring with it. Trying to chip this one up to Cooley. Goes a little far. Great play there by Halverson to pick that one away so it doesn't end up in the corner. Thrown to the left side boards. Now Schmaltz with it. Back down to Marino. Throws one to the net. Chip there by Keller. That one saved away by Halverson. Still within that right side corner. Trying to get a centering feed there. It'll end up back down to the line, but nobody there. Utah racing for it. Sergachev and Hagel. Sergachev able to push this one over the left side boards. Tampa will keep it in the zone, though. Trying to get it back to him behind the net. Ultimately, Marino, the one to come away with it. Chipping this one up to neutralize. Can't quite get it to Krause. Tampa right back with it. Kucherov looking to push this one around. I believe it would have been an offsides there. At least he thought it would have. Regardless, Utah push this one back down to the Tampa end. Moser can't keep it. It's McBain deep with it. Now in front for Doan, and he scores. Beautiful little feed there. Doan just right in front of Halverson there. Puts one top shelf on him. Utah will take the early lead, 1-0. That's especially good for Doan. He's been looking for one of these last few. So for him to finally get one is very encouraging. 13-18 left in the first. Yeah, we'll see on the replay here. I believe it would have been an offsides for Tampa. Regardless, yeah. Yeah, Cole just gets deep with it and just throws this one to the net. Doan, great net front presence there. Puts that one. Oh, it wasn't top. It was just a little 5-hole shot there. Halverson just didn't have that pad down in time. Doan, his 5th of the season. We'll wait for the assists to roll in. Cole has at least one of them. Opening draw, one back by Tampa. Hedman, he'll get this one cross over to Moser. Pushed in behind the Utah net. Vejmelka will hold it. Pushing this one to the right side corner. Maselli can't quite clear this one out. Tampa will push it behind the net again. Both teams digging away at it. Kelsring, the one to come away with it. Over to Maselli. He'll circle around. Now up to Stenlund. Cuts in the right side. Throwing one towards the net. Hits the stick of Hedman. Bounce up into the netting. So play blown dead. Shot sitting 4-1 in favor of Utah. And Utah with the 1-0 lead. Still waiting on the... Oh. Speak the devil. There it is. Did I read the number wrong? Might have been McBain that had that one to the front, not Cole. I saw it was 2 there. Regardless, McBain, yeah, had that wrong. It was McBain that threw that one to the front of the net, not Cole there. McBain and Krause with the assists, their 10th and 5th, respectively. You're listening to Tampa, Utah on Utah 801, Utah Hockey Radio. Be back after the short commercial break. .52 left in the first. Utah 1-0. Oh, yep, sure enough, was McBain that threw that to the front, not Cole. Go figure. In our other games of interest, St. Louis still up 4-1, about 9 left in the third there. Calgary and Islanders still tied at 2, about 10.5 left in the second. Utah playing a very good aggressive style so far. It's encouraging to see, especially you're only 4 back, but you lose one game and it's over, I would say at least. So to come out get that early lead, critical for Utah. Right side draw, one round by Utah. They'll push it to the left side corner. Gonzalez will get to it first. Gonsalves will get to it first. I'm sure I'll butcher that all night. Paul looking to launch this one deep. Trying to get it back to Gonsalves. I'm going to mess that up all night. Doesn't matter. Dersey back with it. Left side corner. Will chip this one out to neutral ice. Gunther now with it. Barely doesn't get that one offside. It's great play by him. Around to Dersey. He'll chip this one around to Hayton. Gets in right side with it. Trying to push it around to Carcone. Takes a big hit in the corner. Loses control of the puck there. There's Paul cutting out the other way with it. Enters in left side. Drops this one to Hedman. Thrown towards the net. Just skirts wide of it. Gensel will push this one deep. Now around to Gonsalves. Doesn't matter. Utah picks this one away. Gunther gets this one over to Marino. Chip this one up the right side boards. Trying to get it himself. Hedman. Great pressure on him, though. Radish back behind his own net with it. Get this one up and out of the zone. It's Point with it. Cuts in right side. Circles around with a few times. Drops this one back to Gord. Can't get the pass back to Chernak at the line. It's Cooley the other way. Drop back for Keller. Now back to Cooley left side with it. Down to Sergachev thrown towards the net. That one hits the Tampa body and they'll keep control of it. I believe it's Gensel as he tries to push this one out left side. Utah back in their own zone looking for another rush here. Keller will drop this one up to Cooley. Moves up the right side. Now deep in the corner with it. Back down the line for Dersey. Doesn't have control of it though. Tampa will get this one up and out of up and out of their zone. Cutting in is Sorelli thrown towards net. Jersey able to get a stick on that one. Doesn't even find Vmelka there. Schmaltz will clear this one up out of the zone. It's Kucherov entering in left side. Now Sorelli with it. Trying to get this one back down to the line. Ultimately, will end up back neutralized. Dumped in by Tampa, though. Vmelka will stop this one behind his net before that one heads around. 10:43 left in the first now. Jersey back in his own end. Launches this one up through neutralize. Kraus chips this one up to McBain, trying to get it to Cooley, ultimately, or up to Doan. Ultimately can't do much with it. Sergachev back down to Kesselring. Now Doan with it. Whiffs on the pass there, but gets Kraus either way. Round to Halverson. Will try and make a play with it. Ends up along the left side boards. Glendening fighting for it. Doan as well, coming in to try and get that one for Utah. Tampa will keep control, though. Moser, quick pass up the left side. And it'll end up in the left side corner of the Utah end. Both teams digging away at it. Leave this one up to Chaffee and can't see who else there for Tampa. So I now see my lineup is wrong, which doesn't shock me. Now to Hedman, throws this one towards the net. That one hits the stick of the Utah player there and bounces up into the netting, so play blown dead. 9:46 left to play in the first. Utah still with the 1-0 lead. Tampa answering back, though, and playing a good offensive game as well. Listening to Tampa, Utah, on Utah 801 Utah Hockey Radio. Be back after the short commercial break. Let's see. It was about 9:50 left to play in the first. Utah still up 1-0. Addendum to the lineups with Chaffee in, apparently. I believe it's Lilleberg that is the one not in the lineup for Tampa tonight. So they are running 12 offensemen, apparently. Gotta love nobody posting their lineups. Regardless, Utah still up 1-0, playing good, but Tampa, we'll see if they can answer back within the first. Right side draw in the Utah end. It'll be Point and Hayton on the draw. 9:46 left play in the first. One back by Utah. Model will get to it first in the right side corner. No pressure from Tampa there. Chipped up to neutralize. Tampa will win this one back, cutting up the left side. Gensel a shot that one, saved by Vmelka, and he'll hold for the save. 9:33 now left in the first. Shot sitting 4-2 in favor of Utah. And all the other games we're taking a look at. Still 4-1 in favor of St. Louis. About 5 minutes left in the third there. And Calgary and the Islanders still tied at 2. About 7.5 left in the second. Right side draw in the Utah zone again. It'll be Hayton and Gord this time. Hayton jumps the first time. He'll be kicked out of the dot. It'll be Gord and Carcone now to take this face off. Tied up the dot, pushed along the right side boards. Tampa will get it behind the Utah net, but nobody there but Mata to grab. Gunther. He'll cut this one up to Carcone, looking to throw one towards the net. Gets a little too deep with it. Great pressure there from the Tampa defense. Back up to Gord, long pass there. He'll chip this one up to Gensel, actually this time, into the left side corner. Model will get to it first again, looking to push it out right side of the Utah end. Radish will keep it in, though. Throwing to the left side for Gensel. He'll push this one around to the right side corner, trying to get this one to point. Too much pressure on him, though. He'll let it slide down for Gord. Can't get that one into the slot as much as he'd like. Dursey will take it away just for a second, push back to left side corner. Gord now across the right side for Perbix. Or I believe Radish, actually, the one there. Doesn't matter. Tampa will fight to keep that one in. Ultimately ends up back to Dursey in the right side corner. Sorelli with pressure, but Utah able to get this one out to neutral ice. Cutting up through the middle, it's Maselli with it. Gets this one to Stenlin, throws one towards the net too, and he sticks on it low. Hagel will take this one away. Up the other end is Kucherov. Trying to get this one across to Moser. Sorelli will pick it up instead. Can't get through with it. That one will be blown dead. I believe just for an offsides there. Yeah, just for an offsides there on Tampa. 8:25 left in the first now. Utah still up 1-0. If they can play this kind of how they're playing tonight through the rest of the games, they'll have a better chance making the playoffs. I personally still think as long as St. Louis stays consistent, it's too many games for Utah to jump. But if they can play as well as they have been and as well as they should be, not impossible. See what happens. It was a left side draw outside the Utah zone. One back by him, cutting up through neutral ice. Maselli pressured off the puck there. Moser will get to it first along the right side boards. Tampa end, cleared back to neutral ice. Kesselring will get to it first. Quick pass back to Maselli. Now up to the left side. Stenlin with it. Cuts in. Throws one towards the net. That one saved away. Kesselring tries to keep this one in, and he will just barely. Back to Stenlin left side with it. Maselli, actually, one left side with it. Trying to get it to Stenlin right in front, but ultimately Tampa will clear this one back to neutralize again. Sergachev with it. Tries to launch this one in around the board to take the bounce off the Tampa player there. Back in their own zone, it's Moser with it. Get this one over to Chernak. Back to Moser as he chips this one in. Melka will hold this one behind his net, push along the left side boards. Ends up back to neutral. Tampa will dump it in, but would have been offside, so Sergachev with it now. Up to Keller. Quick pass across to Schmaltz. He cuts up the left side, trying to get in front of Chernak there. Tied up the corner instead. Finds Hedman behind the Tampa net. Trying to just push this one out of the zone. Takes a bounce, still deep in it. Schmaltz pick it right back up, down the line for Sergachev. Trying to get it back to Schmaltz, but that one hits a Tampa body. Launched deep by him. No icing there. Vermelka will push this one around to Kesselring along the left side boards. Back to Sergachev now behind the Utah net. Gets this one to Kesselring to prevent the pressure on him. Doan now with it. Chipping this one deep to the left side corner. McBain trying to fight for it. Tries to take a shot there. Ultimately doesn't get it. Krause will drop this one back down the line. Now Dursey with it right side. Takes a shot looking for a tip there. Another one on net. That one saved away by Tampa. Halverson back to Krause looking for another one in front. McBain will try and fight for it. Ends up to Doan. Back down the line for Dursey. Dancing with it, looks to throw one towards net, takes a couple bounces. Tampa will push back the right side boards instead. Gord with it, he'll drop this one around for Hedman in the left side corner. Radish now with it, long pass up to Gensel. Cuts in left side, looks to throw one towards net. Instead, he'll just push this one around. Back down the line for Moser, can't quite keep this one in. Tampa will just push this one right back in the zone instead, but Utah with all of the control in the zone. Marino, quick pass across to Mata, I believe. He'll dump this one into the Tampa end. Doesn't matter as Tampa will push it right back to the Utah side. Fight in neutral ice for it. Great pressure there by Carcone. He'll get the one into the Tampa zone just for a second, though. Push right back out. Gunther will try and get it around. Alverson looks slow, won't be able to. It'll find Perbix behind the Tampa net. Chipped out to the right side. Both teams sitting away at it. Takes bounce in the middle, but nobody there but Tampa. Quick pass up there for Bjorkstrand. He'll push this one deep to left side or right side corner. Doesn't matter as Marino will get to it first. Pass up to Gunther. Can't quite hold that down. Thrown to the middle for Stenlin, but it'll take a bounce back to Utah end. 5:10 left in the first now. Quick pass up to Stenlin. He'll drop this one back for Maselli. Cuts up through the middle with speed. Drops this one across. Oh, now Maselli with it. It would have been Kerfoot before. Kesselring throws one towards net. Just goes wide. Back down the line now for Cole. Shot towards net, looking for a bounce. Kerfoot looking for one. Halverson didn't know where that one ended up. Tampa able to grab that one away before anything happens. Radish looking to clear this one around. It's Bjorkstrand deep in the, or it's Gergenson's actually deep in the left side corner with it. Able to get this one to Hedman, pushing it along the right side boards, and Tampa will clear it out of their zone, but not for very long. Sten will pick it right back up. Pass over to Kessler and take a bounce off his skate and down to the Utah, and it goes. Cole, he'll hold behind the Utah Nets. Both teams go for a change. 4:25 left in the first. Shot sitting 6-2 Utah. Cooley cuts up the other way with it, trying to chip this one to Keller. Goes wide. Ends up to Chernak in the left side corner. Keller, a little too much speed there. Ends up just blasting right past Chernak. Hagel, great play there to get that one into the Utah end, but taken away by Schmaltz. Tied along the left side boards. Kucherov not able to hold that one down. Strelly trying to fight for it. Utah will take it away, though. It's Cooley. Long pass up, and here they come up the other way. Keller. Pass to Schmaltz right before he gets in the zone. He'll dump it around instead. Halverson looks too slow, won't be able to. Kucherov will grab this one on the left side corner. Now over to McDonough. Drop back for Kucherov. Nice little snap pass there into the Utah end. Model will get to it first deep. Point racing for it. Utah clears this one out to neutral ice. Quick pass over to Dursey that just goes behind him. He'll pick it up and neutral ice anyway, trying to get this one to Krause. Gord will look to get it in left side. Doan will take that one away from him. Utah now able to get this one up through neutral ice. It's Doan with it. Cuts over to the left side. Shot towards the net. That one goes wide. McBain the one with the shot there. Tampa back the other way. Gensel cut up the right side with it. Trying to push this one around for Gord. Back down now for the line. Paul tries to throw one towards net. Takes a bounce. Stays in play, though. Gensel back down on the right side for Perbix. Now deep with it. Looking one from an angle. Look, no chance of rebound there. That one poke checked away by Doan. Gord not able to get down to line either. Tampa will pick it up and neutral ice. 2:48 left in the first now. Looking for a second attempt here. Not able to. Hayden will get this one deep into the Tampa end. Takes a bounce on net. And that one saved away by Halverson. 2:48 left in the, or 2:42 left in the first. Utah with some great offense, but Tampa answering back quickly, wanting to make sure this one doesn't end up 1-0 going into the second. Listening to Tampa, Utah on Utah 801 Utah Hockey Radio. Be back after the short commercial break. .242 left in the first. Utah currently up 1-0. Tampa hoping to answer back and make sure this doesn't end up a 1-0 game going into the second here. Quick addendum to the standing. St. Louis was able to beat Chicago 4-1, putting them at 79 points. This wasn't a must-win game for Utah before. Well, it still is, but now it definitely is. We'll end up left side corner, the Utah end, as Tampa tries to dump this one all the way around. Paul will fight for it. Trying to get this one up to Schmaltz. We'll find Keller just barely. He leaves this one for Kesselring in all alone. Moving in, backhand. Initial save by Halverson. Cooley with the rebound, though. Halverson tries to make that initial save. He does, but doesn't stay in the net long enough to really get down at it. Utah, off a break there by Kesselring, takes a 2-0 lead, which is the exact opposite of what Tampa wanted there. Cooley stays hot, though. second, I believe, 2 goals in 2 games. At least he had one the other night, and then he has one tonight. You know what I mean. Cooley, his 20th of the season, so we wait for the assists to roll in. Kessering has at least one. Yeah, just a fumble by Tampa as they try and get this one up through neutral ice. It ends up squeaking its way to Kessering. Halverson makes the initial save, just he gets too far right with it. And then Chernak not able to pick that puck away. Cooley races in. He'll put that in. He ain't missing that net. Kessering and Schmaltz with the assists. They're 20th and 39th, respectively. 2:18 left in the first now. Utah now up 2-1. Tampa will win the draw back. Move back to their own line with it. Delayed penalty on Utah. Halverson to the bench. Hedman with it. We'll drop this one back the Tampa zone. Here comes Hagel, cutting up the left side with it. Trying to take a shot towards the net. He'll look to dump this one back towards the line. Hayton will be the one to touch it. It'll be a tripping call on Utah. It'll be Cole that goes to the box. 2 minutes for tripping. Oops, that's not the one I want. That's the one I want. Cole, 2 minutes tripping against Kucherov. That's the one there. We'll see on the replay here. Yeah, could have been 2 minutes for shoving because Kucherov trying to cut over the line with it. Cole diving to make a move, and he just pretty much pushes him right at the hips down into the ice. So, tripping called on him. Minute 55. This will stretch 5 seconds into the second. In the event Tampa does not score here. It'll be a right side draw on the Utah end. Kerfoot and Point on the draw. One back by Tampa, trying to get this one around. Kept in the zone by Hedman. Throws one towards net, saved away by Vejmelka. We'll find Kucherov. He'll get this one up to Kerfoot. Can't hold that pass down. It finds its way to the Tampa zone regardless. Hedman back with it. He's got Kucherov back. He'll give it to him. Quick pass up the left side. Slowed by Cooley a little. Take a bounce back down to neutral ice. Kucherov with it. Drops this one across for Point. Trying to cut up the middle with it. Will takes a shot towards the net. That one just wide. Kept in the left side corner. Marino trying to throw this one in front. Both teams digging away at it. Finds its way back down to that corner. Ends up behind the net. Gensel trying to get to it. Durzi will push it to Marino instead. Tampa, quick little pass in front. Right to Point. That one in for Tampa. Well, they made sure it wasn't a 1-0 game. Put up 2-1 now 2-1 Utah. Just great play there by Tampa. They got the puck very deep there, and then forced Utah. We'll just see on the replay here, so I'm not stumbling over my words. Yeah, Tampa doing a great job forcing Utah to get deep behind the net with it, and then they just leave Point all alone. Very similar, I believe, to what they did. It happened in the Buffalo game. I don't remember if it was against Utah or against Buffalo, but a similar event happened where just pulled all the players deep on a power play there. They leave one guy alone in the front and hands up in the perfect spot to put that one in. Minute 08 left in the first now. Utah will dump this one around. Halverson will push this one along the left side boards. Point, the one with the goal there. Halverson, a little shot there. He'll make the save. His 33rd of the season on the power play as we wait for the assists to roll in. 59.4 left in the first now. Shot setting 8-4 in favor of Utah. Well, Tampa, at least they get that momentum swing, or at least they hopefully do, before the periods end. There's this is Gensel and Bjorkstrand with the assists. They're 32nd and 22nd, respectively. Left side draw in the Tampa end. Tied up, one back to McDonough. Launches one around left side. Will find its way all the way down to the Utah end. Both teams digging away at it. Kept in by Gord, though. Right left side dot. Looking to throw one towards the net. That one just bounces wide. Kept in at that right side point. Now finds Gonzalez. Back down to McDonough. Throws one towards the net. Looking for a tip. Tips wide instead. But a good chance for a good rebound opportunity there for Tampa. Doan fighting Chernak for it against the right side boards. Finds its way back down to that right side corner. Utah looking to clear this one out to neutralize. They will on the second attempt there. McDonough with it now, back in his own end. 20 seconds left in the first. McDonough, he'll just hold this, dropping this one up. Paul now with it, left side. Not Utah, Tampa looking for one last rush here. Cole looking to clear this one out left side. Cool just kind of pin this one against the corner. Tampa all the way down to the right side point. McDonough not able to keep this one as it finds its way back down to the left side corner of the Tampa zone. It doesn't matter, though. That'll be the end of the first. Very exciting period of hockey so far. Utah comes out of that one up 2-1. And additionally, looking at the Flames Islander game, that one's still tied at 2. That one will come back a little bit before the Utah one does. We'll keep an eye on that one and the standings. Utah currently sitting 6 points out with Tampa's St. Louis's win today. See what they can do to hopefully keep their chances alive. Listening to Tampa, Utah, and Utah 801 Utah Hockey Radio. Be back after no, we won't. See you in about 15 for the second. Welcome back. As we get ready to start the second period, Utah up 2-1. Stats before we head into the second: shots sitting 9-5 in favor of Utah. Face-off split an even 6 between both. Tampa with the only power play so far and 1-for-1 on it. Hits 12-5 in favor of Utah, and block shots 9-5 in favor of Tampa. Looking over at the Calgary game as well, that one's tied at 2. 19:44 left play in the third, but I assume that's 17:40 left in the third on that one. Utah's going to look to see if they can keep up the offensive pressure they had in the first, I guess, and in general, just that pressure they had. Because I didn't realize they had that many hits. Because Utah, not a team that usually is physical. So seeing them play that game against Tampa, which I don't know where I was going with this one. But Tampa, a better team in the league, you're going to need to bring that physicality against them. I think that's where I was trying to bring that. Tampa hoping to capitalize on that late power play goal they had to swing the momentum in their favor to hopefully take the lead moving into the third here. Just the Utah defense been better over this first period, tightening down that blue line, which they've done in spurts. If they could do it consistently, I don't think they'd be in this much of a race for the playoffs. But that's a problem for next season because Utah not expected to even be this far, so it's an achievement all on its own. Opening draw will be Paul and Hayton. Tied without this one back by Tampa, trying to push this up the left side or right side with speed. It'll be look to be running around, but ultimately it ends up out of play. So 19:55 now left in the second. So I need to readjust. There we go. Additionally, as well, the way I have the app set up, we can see we have the Ovi watch as well. Right side draw outside the Utah zone, one back by him. Kessering in his own zone. Drop this one back to Cole. Trying to launch this one up the left side, chipped in by Hayden to prevent the icing there. Halverson trying to push this one deep along the left side, not able to. Utah will keep it in. Trying to throw this one to the middle, kept in by Gunther. Will pick it up again, shot towards the net. That one blocked away by Tampa. It takes a bounce up into the netting, so play blown dead. 19:34 now left in the second. It's once again encouraging to see Utah take all this offensive pressure and have it early in the period compared to a couple nights ago where they, were slow through the first and then it took them a good 10 minutes to get going. They understand now, all right, we've looked at the standings. We cannot afford to lose this game. So to come out swinging is exactly what they need. Right side draw, Tampa zone, one back by Utah. Marino, quick little pass over to Sergachev. Will dump this one deep, trying to find Cooley. Pressured off the puck, though. Thrown towards the middle. Nobody there but Tampa. McDonough will pass this one up and out of the zone. Hagel, chip deep to the right corner of the Utah end. Sergachev will get to it first, getting this one to the left side. Well, actually, I believe that one they'll call an icing there. Must have been just close there, because everybody was skating as if that one wasn't going to be called. 19:18, so we should be back down to the Tampa end. Looks like left side draw. Halverson playing good in his first official start. Good to see. Left side draw, Tampa end, Cooley and Sorelli on the draw. One back by Tampa. Hagel now with it. He'll dump this one deep to neutral ice, right to Sergachev. He'll pick it up in the Utah end. Now Marino with it, launching this one up to Keller. Drops this one across to Cooley. He'll go back to the Utah end. Sergachev with it now. He'll drop this one for Keller. Back to Sergachev, or for Schmaltz. He'll try and get this one up to Keller. Thrown to Cooley in front. That one saved away. Now Mata back to the line with it. Throwing this one around to Keller. Trying to get in the slot with it. Can't find Mata. Dump deep to the left side corner instead. Tampa will pick this one up. It's Hagel moving up the other way with speed. Cuts in right side. Trying to get in front with it. Utah pressure him to the corner instead. Drop back for Kucherov. Gets this one over the left side. Back to Kucherov. A shot. That one saved by Vamilka. And he'll hold. So he just kind of tumbles with the puck down to the ice, but doesn't matter. He makes the save regardless. 18.5 now left in the second. We should have some updated shots. Of course, the Utah score bug broken as always. 9-6 in favor of Tampa, 1-0 in the second, shots-wise. Figured it would have been more. Both teams playing a very fast offensive style, which, Tampa, you expect to see it, higher team been to the finals a couple years back in deep playoff runs regardless. Utah, they've done it in spurts, so to see them do it again is encouraging. Shot from Radish down to the point. That one just trickles to Famelka. He'll hold for the save there. Yeah, if Utah had played this consistent offensive style throughout the year, which was, discouraging in the beginning of the year because you would see a game on the road where they would play this nice style, they'd win games, convincingly, and then they'd come home and squander it. Now it seems like they're playing both good offense on the road and off the road, so hopefully that's what they need. Well, the right side draw in the Utah zone. Tampa will circle this one around, trying to get back to Radish deep in the right side corner. Can't quite find Chaffee with it. Will end up back behind the Utah net. Dursey will get it, trying to push this one out right side, and he will. We'll find Kraus right at the line. Dumped across for Mata. He'll get to it first, chipping this one into the Tampa zone. Takes bounce into the middle. Radish able to get this one away. Taken away by Dono. Right to Kraus in front, looking for one, and he finds the back of the net there. Beautiful little takeaway by Doan, and Kraus just right place, right time. Cuts in front with it. Utah regains that 2-goal lead. Beautiful. Doan has been playing exceptionally today. He gets that first goal and then deep on the back check, pressured along those right side boards. Yeah, we'll see on the replay here. Radish tries to clear, just taken away by Doan. Finds Kraus moving right to the net and then in front with it, right over the pad of Halverson. Kraus' 11th goal of the season. We'll wait for the assist to roll in. Doan should get one of them. Not sure who gets the secondary on that one. We'll have to just wait and see. Beautiful effort there. All right, they were checking something real quick. I wasn't sure what that was, but we should be all good. Should be good. I believe they were looking to see if there was any goaltender interference there, which they are still looking at it. All right. Scratch that. We are under review. Based on the initial replays, we should be good. Looking for offsides as well. That, I believe, the main issue we're looking at. And of course, the replays don't show that. And I really doubt we're going to get them. So we'll wait and see if Kraus does get credited with this one. Looking over to the Islanders game while we have a minute. That one's still tied at 2. 13:04 left to play in the third there. Yeah, still waiting on that review. 17:50 left in the second now. Here we go. That couldn't have been a worse angle. God. Well, they show us a replay, but they don't show half of the ice, and we're from plays at the Tampa end. The angle is from the left corner of the Utah end, so could not have been any worse. If we're looking at the app, this should come back. But the app's done that before where they've taken away a goal and then put it back. Here's the review. Here's the call. No goal. So that one was called back for icing. Didn't see it. They didn't show us the angle. So Utah still now with a 2-1 lead. At least they don't lose the lead. However, Tampa now back within striking distance. Or actually, it might have been... Not actually sure if that was offsides. I'm listening without audio, so I'm just having to take with the what I'm inferring. Oh, you know what? Actually, they were looking for when it's dumped in at the right side point, it hits the glass of the bench and then bounces back in. That was the issue. All right, never mind. That was good. Tampa will push this one deep down to the Utah end. Moser at the line throws one towards the net. That one goes wide. Perbix not able to keep this one in. Kerfoot trying to race out with it. Point able to keep pressure with him. He'll bring this one around to the right side corner for Stenlund. Moser on him, though. Got Gensel in to help. Maselli coming in. He'll take this one away. Not able to get this, or Gord not able to push this one out. Push right back in by Mata, right to Kerfoot. Now Stenlund with it along those right side boards. Run around, it'll find its way to Dursey down the line. Throws one towards the net. That one wide. Moser will get to it first. Chips this one around to Perbix. He'll clear this one all the way down to neutral ice. Melka, he'll just hold this one behind his own net just for a second. Push this out to the left side. Nobody able to get it as it finds its way all the way to the Tampa end. No icing on that one either. McDonough, he'll push it all the way to the Utah end. This one will be icing. 16:56 left in the second. So yeah, regarding the overturned goal, was not an offsides call they're looking for. Wouldn't have been a goaltender interference. It was the curved glass of the bench when the puck is dumped in at the right side point, hits that and then bounces down in. So would have been out of play. Obviously, they keep it going. Call it back. Left side draw in the Tampa end, one back by Tampa, trying to cut in front of Bjorkstrand. Big shot there by Gonzalez, not able to put that one on net. Utah charging back up the other way. Gunther not able to get that one down at the line. Tampa will clear this one back down to neutral ice. Gonzalez trying to get this one around to Bjorkstrand. Utah will push it right back to the Tampa line instead. Without control of it, though, Radish, he'll get this one back to the Tampa end again as they're trying to make a rush through neutral ice here. Just can't find it. Dumped deep by Tampa instead. It'll go to Kessling first. He'll get this one around to Cole. Trying to push this one out right side, not being able to kept in by Gonzalez. But he'll pick it up at neutral ice anyway. Schmaltz able to strip that one away for him. Back up the other way Utah goes. He's got Carcone with him. Trying to get that pass there, but Radish, great interception there to block that one. Tied up along the left side boards and neutral ice. Schmaltz will push it right back in. Dancing for it in the left side corner. Hedman able to get to it first. Keller fighting in to help him, though. Ends up to the right side. Takes a bounce. Cooley will put it right back to the corner. Hedman will be the only one to grab it, though. Looking to clear this one out to neutral ice. They will. Push right back in by Utah, though. Hedman can't slow this one down on the right side corner. Cooley in front. Can't get the tip there from Keller. Not deep enough in the zone. Tampa up the other way. Drop back for Kucherov. Right to the slot with it. Shot. That one saved away by Vejmelka. Not Hedman. Hagel trying to get this one. Here comes Doan back up the left side with it. He's got Cooley to help him. Will end up to Sorelli, who clears this one out to neutral ice. Nice pass there to Chernak. He'll push this one around. Will end up left side corner. Durz will try and get to it first, looking to clear this one. Kucherov trying to keep this one in the zone. Instead, it'll be pushed back to the Tampa line just for a second, though. Kucherov right back to neutral ice with it. Now back with it in the zone. Tries to cut into the slot. Quick pass across to McDonough. Can't hold that one down. It's forced to drop this one back behind the net instead. Sorelli, he'll push this one around to the left side boards. For Gord, trying to get this one around. McDonough, he'll get this one to Kucherov. Oh, beautiful little passing play there to pretty much put the entire zone for Tampa's advantage there. They'll get the tying goal. Kucherov all the way at the right side boards, gets that one all the way to the left side dot, and then Sorelli right in the slot with it. He ties this one up at 2. And we'll see on the replay here. Yeah, Kucherov finds Hagel above the right. Kucherov right side boards with it. Finds Hagel above the left side dot, right to Sorelli in the slot. Utah just scrambling for it. Vejmelka all the way out of his net. Just couldn't help that one there. Great job by Tampa to get everybody moving there. Sorelli, his 24th of the season. We'll wait for the assist numbers to come in. Opening draw, one back by Tampa. This one pushed deep into the left side corner. 14.5 left in the second now. Shot sitting 9-8 in favor of in favor of Utah. Big shot there by Perbix right into the glove of Vejmelka. He'll hold. You can't give Tampa an inch here. Very good offensive team in Utah. Just trying to scramble for it in the offensive zone, not kind of staying calm with it. Tampa able to take advantage of it there. 14:22 left in the second. Right side draw, Utah zone. Will be Kerfoot and Point on the draw. Still waiting on those assists for the Sorelli goal. We'll get those eventually. Point kicked out of the dot. It'll be Gensel this time. One back by Kerfoot. Sergachev able to win this one back. Quick pass up to Maselli. He'll chip this one up to Perbix. Looking to clear. Kept in by Sergachev. Drop back to Maselli. Now down at the line to Sergachev again. Quick pass across to Stenlund. That one saved away. Marino down right side with it. Stenlin, a quick little tip in front, Kerfoot, and the lead back to Utah. As quick as Tampa ties it up, Utah takes the lead again. I think they've figured out Halverson. I think all 3 goals so far have been right in front of the net. So if Utah can keep up that net front presence, that's what's given them the lead so far. Yeah, just on the replay here, down at the right side point, thrown to Stenlin. He takes another one in front. That one going wide, but Kerfoot, right place, right time, right at that net front presence. Now, beautiful goal there. Firstly, Cirelli is 24th of the season. Hagel and Kucherov with the assists, they're 44th and 68th respectively. Kerfoot, his 9th of the season. Stenlin and Marino with their assists, also 9th assists for both of them. 14 minutes left in the second, and Utah back in the lead. Cole gives this one to Kessling back in his own end, trying to chip this one up the left side boards. Gunther with it, trying to throw this one in front, ends up behind the Tampa net instead. That one blown down. It was a big hit on Kesselring in neutral ice. Although it doesn't look like any penalties coming out of this one. Oh, nope, scratch that. There will be a penalty. Gergensen, 2 minutes interference on Kesselring, so the Utah power play an opportunity now. See on the replay here, maybe. If they'll show it, which the track record. Oh, there we go. Oh, yeah, Gergensen takes the hit to Kesselring. He kind of falls into the board's head and shoulder first, so interference called on him. Utah up 3. That's not the one I wanted. Utah up 3-2. We'll see if this power play can take advantage and extend that lead even further. If once again the opponent penalty kill can get a shorty going on him. You're listening to Tampa, Utah on Utah 801 Utah Hockey Radio. Be back after the short commercial break. .48 left in the second. Utah heading to the power play. Gergensen, 2-minute interference on Kesselring. There we go. Now I want that one. Left side draw, one back by Utah. Sergachev snaps this one over to Keller. Back to Sergachev at the line. Keller right side with it again. Cuts deep. Schmaltz down at the right side dot. Sergachev trying to feed Gunther there, but won't. Schmaltz, Keller, another shot. That one saved by Halverson. 13:33 now left in the second, 1:45 in the Utah power play. Craziest thing so far about this game, shots now only sitting 12-8 in favor of Utah. So, what was that, 5 goals on 20 shots combined? Ooh, Keller almost has that one, just Halverson able to get the shoulder down in time. Right side draw this time. It'll be Schmaltz and Cirelli, unless Schmaltz is kicked out of the dot. Can't see. It will be Cooley now on the draw. One back by Tampa. It'll find Hagel in the left side corner looking to clear. He'll barely squirt this one out to neutral ice. Sergachev back in his own zone with it. Quick pass up to Keller. Dropping this one back to Schmaltz. We'll cut up the left side with it, trying to chip it up. He'll regain it along the boards. Gunther trying to fight for it in the right side corner. He'll find it, trying to cut in front. Keller whiffs on the shot entirely, kept in by Sergachev, though. Back to Cooley now, down at the right side point. Keller right side again with it. Back to Sergachev. Feeds Gunther that shot. Saved away by Halverson. Oh, maybe a couple seconds there, they let that one go. Now sitting 12:54 in the second. Minute '06 left in the Utah power play as both teams get a little chippy after that one behind the net. Yeah, that was saved, and then they just kept the play rolling there for a few seconds. I'm not see here if the ref had a better angle. Oh yeah, ref had a better angle there. It just kind of drops right in front of Halverson. He doesn't have complete control of it yet. So yeah, completely fair from the referee there. Regardless, great save by him. Left side draw again. Both teams drawing or trying to win that one back. It'll be Tampa that comes away with it. Glenn Denning cutting into the slot, shot that one blocked by Sergachev. Up the other way with speed, it's Gunther. Cuts up the left side. Drop this one along the left side board. Sergachev will throw it in front. Keller will keep this one down. Left side with it. He'll find Gunther deep, I believe. Doesn't matter as that one cleared all the way down by Tampa. 12:20 left in the second. 30 seconds left in the Utah power play now. Sergachev back in his own zone. We'll drop this one back for Hayton as that second unit out there for Utah. Dumped to the right side corner. Moser trying to get to it first. It'll be Gensel that ends up the left side corner. Will clear this one back down to neutralize. Sergachev to it first. Finds Kraus with it. Cutting back in left side. McBain will dump it to the right side. Nobody there. Carconi will be able to get to that one first. Looking for a tip in front. Hayden, that one bounces out, and this penalty killed off by Tampa. Gensel will find Hedman. He'll dump this one into the Utah end, but not be able to pass this one out behind his own net. Schmaltz chips this one up to Mata, goes a little far. We stopped right at the line. Looks like a fight. Yes, it'll be McBain and Gergensen. So they head to center ice to throw down. McBain with a very fast win there, which is good because nothing to commentate on a fight. Yeah. 11:36, Gergensen and McBain both heading to the box, 5 minutes each for fighting. I assume there won't be any other penalties on that one. Not looking like it. Calgary and the Islanders still tied at 2. As well as we keep an eye on that one. Additionally, Capitals up 6-3 against Florida, but Ovi, no goal yet tonight. Yeah, big win there by McBain, just able to get a couple quick punches in first and has all control of that one. 11:36 left in the second now. Shot sitting 13-8 in favor of Utah. Once we get back to the actual game. Yes, players are in the boxes. We got that one. Left side draw outside the Utah zone. One back by him. Pass to Maselli. Not able to hold that one down. Would have been an offsides for Tampa, so Utah can cool this puck down in their own zone for a second. Marino trying to chip this one into the Tampa end. Kerfoot will pick it up anyway. He'll look to get this one in, but instead chipped up into the benches, so play blown dead there again. 11:22 left in the second now. So we keep cutting around to everybody in the box as if we had forgotten. We didn't forget. We can go back to the game now. There we go. Right side draw outside the Tampa zone. One back by him. Trying to get this one out through neutral ice. Utah will take it away. Keller trying to chip this one deep to the right side corner. Cooley able to grab that. Moser with an attempt to swat that out, though. Schmaltz looks to push this one back down the line. Takes a bounce. Sergachev will keep it in, though. Schmaltz able to get to it first, but Tampa will pick this one off. Tampa moving in with it. It's Hagel, a shot towards the net. That one saved away by Vemelka. Puck taking a couple high bounces there. It'll end up along the right side boards in the Utah end. Both teams digging away at it. Tampa looks to throw this one to the left side point. Nobody there. They'll pick it back up at the red line. Moser rockets this one in. It'll end up the left side, or it'll end up right side corner for Sergachev. We'll push this one around to Marino. Chipped up by Utah to prevent the icing. Halverson behind his own net with it. He'll get this one across to Chernak, left for point. Out of his own zone with it. Cuts up right side. Loses control of the puck, though. Gord coming in to pick that one up. Coming to pick that one up from him. Dumped in by Tampa to end up right side corner. Cole not able to hold that one down. Both teams digging away at it. 10-10 left in the second now. Kesselring trying to get this one up to Maselli. Will be poked out of the zone by Utah. Kerfoot will move this one back in just to cool it down. Cole back with it. Now Kesselring, long pass up to Maselli. Can't hold that one down. That one will be an icing on Utah there. .56 left in the second. And still 2-2 game, Calgary and the Islanders. 5.5 left in that one. It's nice for all those games to end before this one so I can keep an eye on all of them and have the numbers handy. Left side draw, Utah zone will be Hayton and Cirelli. One back, Kucherov now with it, although they'll try this one a second time. See if both players still on the dot once we cut away from Halverson. Yes, we'll still be Hayton and Cirelli on the draw. This time, once again, one back by Tampa. Kucherov with a quick shot. That one saved away by Vejmelka. Kept in by Hedman. Another one. That one ends up behind the net. Not able to have a wraparound attempt there. Hagel pushes it back down the line. Another attempt there by Radish. That one saved away again by Vejmelka. Kept in by Kucherov down at that right side point. Not able to get that pass off, but keeps it in the zone just barely. Flutters this one to the net. That one pushed wide. Both teams taking away out in that right side corner. Hagel back down to Hedman, down left side with it. Back to Kucherov, right side. Pressured by Utah there. He'll keep control of the puck as he pushes up the boards with it. Kesselring trying to fight this one off of him. He'll get it away, but tied up against the boards all the same. Trying to break this one free. It'll end up back down to the point. Hedman, he'll pass this one across to Rash. Ends up behind the net for Cole. He'll get to it first. Chipping this one out to neutral ice, and that one won't be an icing, because that one, I believe, hit the referee there. Hedman, he'll get this one across to Cirelli as he cuts out of his own zone. Long pass across to Perbix, trying to get this one up to Gonzalez. Or Gonsalves. I'm going to mess that up all night. Doan able to push this one out of the Utah end. Tampa will pick it right back up, though. Perbix, he'll launch this one in right side. Will end up left side corner, push back behind the net now. Not able to get that one to Paul. 8.5 left in the second. Utah looking to push this one out right side. Perbix will keep it right at the line, but Utah will keep control of it. Quick pass up to Krause. He cuts into the zone, leaves this one for Doan. Now over to Cooley, a shot. That one, not even close. Over to Stenlin, a shot. Stenlin able to pick that pass off. He'll keep this one deep in the Tampa zone, but without help, he'll wait for everybody. Ends up around the right side corner. Carcone fighting for it. Gunther as well. Perbix coming in to help. Moser, he'll get this one back to Paul in the left side corner of the Tampa zone. Long pass up to neutral ice to Gonsalves. But without help, he'll leave this one back for Utah instead. Gendel coming in to provide some pressure. Sergachev back in his own end with it. Takes a couple bounces to neutral ice here. They come back up the other way. It's it's Gensel. Up along those left side boards, trying to get it to Gord. He'll ring this one around to point in the right side corner. Looking for a shot from an angle. He'll look for a tip in front instead. And that one just goes wide. Fluttering back down to neutral ice for Rash to pick up. Long pass up there by Tampa. Just barely missed by Gordon. That one an icing on them. 7:21 now left in the second. Shot setting 13-12 in favor of Utah. Looking at the second specifically, 7-4 in favor of Tampa. So good offense from Tampa over these last few minutes. They're really hoping to, once again, catch Utah kind of pulling in their own zone, see if they can push them around. But Utah holding steady just long enough. The right side draw in the Tampa zone. One back by Utah. It's Cole at the left side point with it. Keller will dump this one deep to Cooley. Pass goes a little wide. Tries to throw this one in front. Halverson, he'll hold that one down. Schmaltz trying to jab at it, and Tampa not appreciative of that. 7:09 left in the second. Tampa able to tie it up, and then Utah takes the lead right back. We'll see if this one, once again, ends up tied before we head into the third. Still 5 to play, so anything can happen. Listening to Tampa, Utah on Utah 801 Utah Hockey Radio. Be back after the short commercial break. .709 left in the second. Utah currently up 3-2 against Tampa. And a big break for Utah. Islanders with 2:43 left in the third take a 3-2 lead against Calgary. So we'll keep an eye on the last few minutes of that one. Utah hoping that one stays 3-2, because if not, then they're down 3 for Calgary. I mean, a win tonight still puts them 4 back of St. Louis, but as many teams you can jump as possible, always helps. Left side draw in the Tampa zone, one back by Utah. Sergachev will dump this one to the right side corner, trying to find Keller with it. Instead, Chernak, the one to take this one away. Takes a bounce off a Utah stick, trying to put this one back in the middle. Ultimately ends up to the Utah zone instead. Tampa able to push that one out just in time. Long pass up there by Schmaltz. That one blocked by Tampa. Trying to find Cooley. Line up to the right side corner of the Utah end. Marino trying to ring this one around. Keller will push it deep instead. Back to Marino. Now Sergachev in the right side corner. Tampa fighting for it, though. Lee Kucherov that picks this one away, trying to get into the slot with it. Dances to the left side dot. That one thrown at the net, looking for a rebound. That one saved away by Vejmelka. Barely kept in by Tampa there. Chernak right side with it. Gets it back to Kucherov. And that one, a penalty on Utah. Cooley should be going to the box. 2 minutes for tripping, I believe. Yes, Cooley, 2 minutes tripping against Chernak. That one just as fast as the Islanders had to lead there. Flames tied up with 2:22 left. So this Tampa power play deadly. We'll see if Utah can hold them down a little better than they did in the first one. Not a good situation for Utah. Down one again on the power play. Tampa's how they tied it up the first time. Wouldn't shock me if they did it again. Right side draw, Utah zone. It looks like it's going to be Point and Kerfoot on the draw. 6:22. We'll drop this one a second time. Point kicked out of the dot. It'll be Gensel and Kerfoot now. This one back by Utah. Ends up on net for Vejmelka, though. It takes a bounce off the Utah player there, so he'll hold for that one. 6:19 now left in the second. Once we get this all figured out. There we go. Right side draw again. This one back by Utah. Just for a second, though, we'll drop this one again. Kucherov trying to argue for a delay of game here, because this one back by Utah and then launched the length of the ice after that one determined that they're going to drop it again. Not going to be able to get it, but Kucherov not happy about that. Third time's a charm. There we go. Third time is the charm. Utah will win it back again, clearing this one to neutral ice. Kerfoot coming back with pressure. Ultimately ends up to Hedman back in his own zone. Hedman, he'll drop this one back. It'll be Point, moves up the right side with it, cuts in. Over to the left side now for Hedman. Around for Bjorkstrand. Find Kucherov along the right side boards with it. We've got Gensel deep trying to put one in close. That one saved away by Vejmelka. Back down the line for Hedman. Hits Stenlund's stick. Bounce to the left side corner. Gensel now with it. Can't hold that pass down, though. Cole looking to clear, and he will all the way to the Tampa Bay end. 5.5 left in the second. Utah up 3-2 still. Kucherov back in neutral ice. Kerf with a little disruption there. Ultimately, it'll be a point that pushes it right back in, but taken away by Utah. Mata now with it in neutral ice. Got good opportunity here. Just flutters this one towards the net. Halverson, he'll push this one to the left side corner. Hayton stays back for pressure, but Tampa still in control of it. Gansel pushes this one back to point in the zone end. Now left for Kucherov. Cutting up the right side with it. Trying to throw this one to the middle. Drop back. Here's Gensel now with it. Finds Hedman. Pass a little too far for him. It'll get to Bjorkstrand along the left side boards. Marino looking to clear. He'll find McBain, and he will be the one to clear all the way down to the Tampa end. 25 seconds left in the Tampa power play. Be McDonough down his own end. He'll drop this one back. Be Cirelli with it. Gets this one over to Paul. He'll ring this one around. Vejmelka looks to slow, not able to. Both teams seeking for it in the left side corner. Ends up right. Paul now with it. Pushing this one back down the line. Right back to Paul, though. 5 seconds. Cirelli looking for one in close. That one saved away by Vejmelka. This power play killed off. And Utah able to clear this one down. McDonough back behind his own net. 4:15 left in the second. Shots tied up at 14. McDonough still just waiting. Finally breaks out with it. Quick pass up to Chernak. He'll chip this one up the left side boards. Taken away by Utah, though. Gunther, great pass to Cooley. Cutting in right side. Drops this one to Keller. Drop to Gunther. A shot. That one saved away by Halverson. Tampa will push this one back to neutral ice. Kessering will pick it up, though. Utah looking for a long pass there up through neutral ice. They'll find it, but it'll end up in an icing on Utah. 3:47 now left in the second. Calgary and the Islanders both tied at 3. That one going to overtime. So Calgary now with 76 points. Keep an eye and see if they get the extra or not. Left side draw, Utah zone will be Cooley and Paul. Tied up the dot. It'll end up back down to Moser at the left side point, looking to throw one towards the net. It'll take a bounce up into the netting instead, so that one blown dead. 3:42 left in the second. This hopefully is the last commercial break of the period. Don't see why it wouldn't be. Tampa Bay with a big power play opportunity with the Utah penalty kill, able to hold them down just long enough. You're listening to Tampa, Utah on Utah 801 Utah Hockey Radio. Be back after the short commercial break. .342 left in the second. Utah up 3-2. Still keeping an eye on the Calgary Islanders overtime. Utah able to kill off that Tampa Bay power play to keep this one a 3-2 game. They had plenty of chances on it. Gensel especially looking for one in close a couple times. But Vejmelka holds the door shut on him. Also, additionally, Kings won 7-2 against the Canes. Neat. Left side draw, Utah end. be Stenlin and Gonsalves on the draw. This one back by Tampa. Big shot there from Hedman, I believe, ends up just wide. Another one thrown towards net by Bjorkstrand. That one taken away by Utah. Schmaltz trying to cut up the right side boards with it. Or Mata trying to cut up, unable to. Vejmelka looks slow, pushing the left side corner instead. Dersey trying to fight for it. Gonsalves as well ends up now to Radish. Takes another one towards net. That one wide again. Paul, he'll try and push this one around. Will end up at the right side point for Radish, trying to chip this one behind the net. Back down to Bjorkstrand, right side boards with it. Throws one towards the net. That one wide again. And that one will barely flutter out of the Utah zone. Tampa will push it right back in, though. Paul looking for a rush. He'll circle around left side with it, pushing this one back down to the point instead. Radish, another one. That one ends up on net. Both teams digging away for a rebound. Vejmelka will keep the door shut. And he'll hold for the save. Eventually, there we go. I don't think anybody knew exactly where that one ends up, but it's not in the net. And that's all that matters if you're Utah, and both teams really going at it now. With 2:47 left in the second. Yeah, we'll see on the replay here where exactly that one ends up. In front, barely squirts free. And then Paul just throws one towards Vejmelka, and I guess during that he has the save. Because the initial one lands in front of him, and then Gonsalves looking to put one in, but Vejmelka gets the pad across in time. Yeah, and then just thrown towards Vejmelka. His pad barely on top of it for a minute, and then able to get it under for the stoppage. Just a wild game so far. Great game so far, actually. A lot of offense, a lot of chances. Great to see. Both teams still going at it. Dersey yelling at the Tampa bench. He heads to his own. About a minute left in the Calgary Islanders overtime. Still scoreless there. Not that it matters at this point if Calgary gets a point or not. They just need to determine to see if they get the extra one or not. There'll be a right side draw in the Utah end once we cut away from the Tampa bench. Oh, that's overtime over. Win for Calgary. They win it in overtime. So Utah, not that they didn't need to win this game, but especially they need to win it now. Right side draw, Utah zone, one back by Tampa. Perbix will try and push this one around the left side corner. For point, back down to Perbix, throws this one to the net, and it bounces in. I believe Gensel had a tip on it. Vejmelka looked like he had the glove save there, so it's my guess as Gensel was able to tip that one in front. See on the replay here. Ends up behind the net for point. He pushes this one around to Gord. Yeah, Gensel tips that one in front. Beautiful little goal there. All right, let's get back to our game. Well, maybe not. They're crediting it to Perbix, so don't be surprised if it changes. As it stands now, Perbix is 5th of the season. Opening draw, one back by Tampa. Chernak will fling this one deep into the Utah end. Stays in play, though. Marino gets this one to Cooley. 2:25 left in the second now. Chips this one up to Schmaltz. Trying to get it back to Cooley. Instead, it'll ring all the way around. Keller trying to fight for it in the left side corner. Will get to it. Pushing this one to Schmaltz around the same area. Trying to get this one back to him. Ends up at the line for Marino. Throwing one towards the net. They get their own tip in. Once again, as quick as Tampa ties it up, Utah takes the lead back off a tip in front of their own. Cooley looks to be the one that tips that one in front, and that Tampa goal was credited to Gensel, his 34th of the season. Perbix with the assist, his 11th. Keller fights for it along the left side corner, gets this one to Schmaltz. So he circles that side, ends up back down to the line for Marino. And just that one going completely wide, and Cooley right in front with it, gets the angle to put that one right on net. Beautiful goal there. Cooley, his 21st of the season and second of the night. Opening draw pushed into the Tampa zone. Utah fighting for it. Ends up left side corner. Point able to grab that one away. Minute 53 now in the second. Tampa cutting up the other way with it. Looking to throw one in front. Takes a bounce behind the Utah net instead. Gensel picking it up. Will push it back down the line for Radish. Radish back to Gensel. Back to Gord looking for a tip in front. There is Gensel. That one goes wide instead. Kessling will pick it up. Moving left side in his own zone. He'll chip this one out to neutralize. Trying to find Maselli or Kerfoot with it. Tied up, kept in the zone though. Kraus trying to set up Kelsring in front. That pass just short though. Tampa behind their own net. Kerfoot with pressure. It'll be Radish that gets this one passed up and then moved out of the zone. Chip deep, or Paul that moves it out. Trying to get it back to him in the right side corner of the Utah end. They'll take it away instead. Kraus will pass this one through neutralize and then dump deep by Utah. Taken away by Bjorkstrand. Tampa looking for another one here. Paul, he'll fling this one, just not, barely not on net there. 48 seconds left in the second now. Tampa will keep this one in at line. Bjorkstrand looking for another tip there. That one stopped by Dersey. Paul would have been the one to put that, was the one to put that one on net, but ultimately stopped. Dump deep into the Tampa end. Doesn't have the legs for an icing. They'll clear it back to neutral ice. Cooley trying to knock this one down. Will be dumped into the Utah end. Vmelka will slow this one behind his own net. Launching this one around left side boards. Utah looks to clear. Tampa barely keeps that one in. Finds Mata right side corner now with it. 18 seconds. Perbix looking, or not Perbix, Chaffee looking to throw one in on net. 10 seconds now. Back down to Radish. Throws one to the net right into the glove of Vmelka. He holds for the save. Assists on that Cooley goals. Those are finally in. Marino and Schmaltz with the assist, their 10th and 40th of the night, of the season. Of the night, it's I don't know, actually, second of the night for both of them. Tampa really digging for one here at the end. They've still got 10 seconds, plenty of time to get something set up and a couple shots towards the net if they hurry. Sorry, 8 seconds exactly. Right side draw, Utah zone. Tied up the dot. Utah will take this one back. Flung into neutral ice. 3 seconds. Keller stops it to prevent any icings. Trying to get that one up to Hayton. One last one before the whistle there, but ultimately nothing. At the end of 2, Utah up 4-3. An exciting game so far. Shots as of now 18-16 in favor of Tampa. By period, that's 9-5 Utah in the first and 13-7 Tampa in the second. Exciting game so far. Tampa not giving in yet, but Utah fighting back when they need to. This team's going to need that resolve if they want to stay in the playoff chase. Oh, speaking of which, with Calgary's win, that puts the current standings at St. Louis still in that second wild card with 79. Calgary jumps Vancouver for the first spot out at 77. Vancouver at 76, and then Utah currently at 73. In the event they win tonight, that puts them to 75, still keeping them 4 out. Utah up 4-3 against Tampa. We'll see if they can hold out for 20 minutes or if Tampa will come back. I definitely see that happening. You're listening to Tampa, Utah on Utah, 801 Utah Hockey Radio. Be back in about 15 for the third. Welcome back as we get ready to start the third period. Utah up 4-3. Stats before we head into the third. Shots sitting 18-16 in favor of Tampa. Faceoffs 21-18 in favor of Utah. Tampa 1 for 2 on the power play so far today, and Utah 0 for 1. Hits 21-8 in favor of Utah, and block shots 14-11 in favor of Utah. Just been a very back and forth game so far. Both offenses doing extremely good. Goaltenders playing as well as you can in a game like this. Utah, I think, has figured out Halverson to a degree. Most of their goals have been in front, excluding the tip, which, I mean, he got down pretty well for it. Just, you're never expecting the puck to be tipped like that, so you can't hold it against him too crazily. But besides that, Utah's been able to get in front of him, get that net front presence, and then put pucks in from there. So then keep that up and maybe regain a 2-goal lead. So they almost had at one point, but that one comes back correctly. It comes back. But still it does. So if Utah's going to have a chance, they just need to hold out, keep doing the same thing they have been doing. And I think for Tampa, if you're looking to take that lead back, you just need quick puck movement in the offensive zone. That's been a big plus for them. That's how they scored one of the goals, I know for a fact. Just get Utah moving. You can't let them stay down and hunker. See what happens in the third. Opening draw, one back by Utah. Push the right side corner, although that one they'll call offsides. Or might have been, we'll see here in a minute. It's one of the two. 1952. Utah in a must-win game. In case you missed it, standings currently 79 points for St. Louis in the top wild card, or in the second wild card, followed by Calgary right out with 77, Vancouver 76, and Utah currently with 73. That one in icing, not offsides. Left side draw in the Utah zone now, tied up the dot. It bounces back to the left side corner. Kessler will get to it first, dumping it right side. Nobody there. Gensel will get to it first. Get back down to the line for Radish. Push back around a point in the left side corner. Trying to get around that right side again. Cole intercept and moving out of the zone with it. Long pass will get this one chipped up by Gunther to prevent the icing. Kirkoni will stay back for pressure. Tampa will ring this one all the way to the Utah end. And that one another icing. 1927 as we head to the Tampa end this time. Both teams just playing extremely good. This is the Utah team that should have been playing, during the majority of the opening home games and in that middle of the season. But at least they got it figured out here at the end. Hopefully, moving into next season, they're able to start this way instead of, trying to stumble their way through everything. Left side draw, Tampa in this one back by Utah, bounced away to Sergachev. Will ring this around right side. Gensel looking to intercept this one, tied up with it. He'll clear this neutral ice, but immediately taken away by Cooley. Right back to him. He doubles back to the Utah zone. Tampa goes for a change. Back to Cooley, cutting in with it. Drops this one to Schmaltz. Throws one towards the net. That one hits Hedman. That one cleared back down to the line for Utah. Marino, quick pass across to Keller. Back for Sergachev. Looks to throw one. Catches a couple bodies there. Bounces wide. Now Schmaltz fighting for it. Right side. Left side pokes back to Marino. Keller, a shot on net. That one barely not in. Halverson, he'll get the second assist, though. First shot doesn't go in. That one barely, as Halverson doesn't know where that one ends up. But the second one, that one does. Schmaltz, that one just squeaks out to him, and he puts Utah up 2 goals again. See on the replay here, I want to see that initial shot because it looked like Halverson, he saves it, and then it just stops. Here we go. Here's the replay. Ends up along the left side boards, put back down the line for Marino. Keller throws one to the net, and it just stops right in front. Cooley with a jab at it, and then bounces back to Schmaltz. He puts that one in. Schmaltz is 17th of the season. I thought he had another one. Oh, he had the one that was called back. So we'll see once the assist rolls in. But Utah, there it is. That's that 2-goal lead again. Tampa looking to respond quickly. They'll put this one in right side of the Utah zone. Kerfoot looking to clear this one. Or not Kerfoot, Krause looking to clear this one all the way to the Tampa end. He will. Tampa will push it all the way to the Utah end, this time for an icing. 18-28 now. Shots tied at 18. That is Not good for either goaltender. What was that? 36, 8 on 36 combined. That could be worse. Assists on that Schmaltz goal. Cooley and Keller with the assists. They're 32nd and 53rd, respectively. Utah just needs to hold down for another 18 minutes, but with this Tampa offense, it's going to be difficult. Right side draw, Tampa's own Stenlin and Glendening, the ones on the draw there. This one won back by Tampa. McDonough will move out of the zone with it, trying to push this one through neutral ice. Utah trying to dig for it. That one ends up offsides as Kerfoot tries to dig that one in at the right side point. Ultimately, just a little in, out, and off. 18-19 now in the third. We should be right side draw outside the Tampa zone. And we will. Utah will win this one back. Dursey launches in to the left side. Halverson back behind his net will dump this one across to Radish, I believe. Dumped all the way down to the Utah end. Chaffee racing for the icing there ultimately won't, racing for the icing ultimately won't prevent it. 18:07 left in the third. Back down to the Tampa end. This time left side draw. So we cut away from the benches. There we go. It'll be Cooley and Glendening again on the draw. This one back by Tampa this time. Cleared out to neutral ice. Pass goes a little wide. Doesn't have legs for an icing though. Kessering, he'll dump this one back to neutral ice. Perbix deep in the Tampa zone with it. McBain trying to pressure him off the puck. Tampa will keep control. Almost a nice little play there by Cross. Knock that one out of the air. Kucherov moving in with it. He'll pass this cross from Melville. He'll dump this one right out of the zone. Left side all the way down. Won't have legs for an icing though. Gensel will get to it first. Back in his own zone. Cuts out right side with it. Trying to chip it to himself. Sergachev will intercept that one. Pushes it around to Marino. Left side corner. Kept in by Tampa though. Back down the line for McDonough. Now along the left side boards for Kucherov. Trying to get that one to Gensel deep with it. Throw him from the left side. Or thrown from the right side. That one goes wide. Kept in by McDonough. Back to Gensel as he tries to push this one back down the line. Utah will poke that one out. Chernak not able to keep that one in. Drop back for McDonough. He throws one to the net. Another tip in front. Point, the one to score it this time. Beautiful little tip there. Right from the ice to the right side pocket. This time it's Tampa answering back quickly with a goal of their own. Point, his 34th of the season, with McDonough and Gensel on the assists. They're 21st and 33rd, respectively. Yeah, just an innocent shot that goes wide, looking for a tip, and Point in the right spot, right time, gets that one right at the top right corner. I don't believe Point his second of the night as well. It's too many goals to look through on the list here. Try and find this stuff quickly. 17 minutes now in the third. Utah now only up by one again. Deep right side corner, Tampa zone. Hedman will try and poke this one down the wall. He'll end up back down to neutral ice. Gonsalves, he'll look to push this one to the Utah zone. Stopped right at the red line, though. Halverson will get this one to the right side corner. Hedman trying to get this one out for Radish. It'll end up in neutral ice. Utah trying to get back in time. Long pass there by Tampa catches something and bounces up into the netting. So play blown dead there. 16:35 left in the third now. Yeah, it has been a crazy game so far. 19 shots apiece, 4 and 5 goals respectively. That is, hey, it's a fun game at least, and it's earlier. It's not an 8 o'clock start. We'll take it. Right side draw in the Utah zone will be Kerfoot and Cirelli on the draw. Tied up with the dot. Cirelli will get this one on net, but that one saved away. Tied up along the right side boards. Maselli trying to push this one out. Cirelli will get this one around to the left side instead. Another one thrown toward, or Moser trying to throw that one towards the net. Ends up back down the line, but poked out by Utah. Hagel back in his own zone. Now Moser with it, looking to launch this one up through neutral ice. Cirelli will chip this one to the left side corner. He'll push this one around right side. Cooley trying to get this one into the front. Utah will get it out of their zone. Tampa will pick it right back up in their own, launching it deep, left side corner. Takes a bounce, looking for one in front. Won't call a tripping there. I believe just Sorelli falls over the Utah player there. Keller, left side with it, trying to find Cooley, deep left side corner. He will. In front for Keller, can't get a shot off. Schmal trying to pick that one away. Chernak trying to dig that one away. Cooley pushing this one back down the line for Marino. Now Sergachev looking to throw one towards the net. It'll take a bounce, but just a nice little slow one there. Halverson, he'll make the save. 15:33 now left in the third. Yeah, that's all it was on the play from earlier. Cooley and Sorelli. Well, one could argue that probably should have been a tripping on Cooley. Ultimately, it wasn't, but I could see arguments from both sides there. He just Sorelli catches the skate of Cooley and then falls into the net. Nothing called there. Tampa clears this one to neutral ice, stopped by Keller, though. Moving back in is Cooley, a shot towards the net. That one saved by Halverson. That one held again. Cooley looking for the hat trick tonight. He's got 2 already. Nice play there by Keller. Just stops that one right in neutral ice, and then Cooley cuts in with it, throws this one towards the net. On the replay here, kind of catches the shoulder of Halverson, and then it falls down in front of him. Because it looked like he was a little shaken up from that one, but if it caught him in the shoulder, not expecting it, would make sense. Left side draw, Tampa's own one back by Utah. Sergachev down the line, throwing one towards the net. That one goes wide, up into the netting, so play blown dead again. It's going to be the longest third imaginable. 15:18 now left in the third. Shots now sitting 21-20 in favor of Utah. Take a look at some of the other stats while we're here and waiting. What amazes me most looking at these, again, hits sitting 22-8 in favor of Utah. This is not a physical team. To see them play that physical game is great. I've always wanted them to play more like that, but to out-hit 22-8, couldn't ask for more. Tampa looking to push this one into neutral ice. Will be tied up right in front of the Utah bench. Kessering will come away, or looks like he's going to come away with it. Won't. It'll be McBain that does instead. Pass back to Cole. Left side dot in his own zone. Will move back behind the Utah net. Glendening back with pressure. Both teams go for a change here. Finally, he'll move out with it. Long pass up there, neutral ice. Be chipped. It'll end up to McBain. A little too deep to do anything with it. He'll keep it in the left side corner. Back down to Krause. Swats that one out of the air. Nice pass and shot there, but ultimately held down by Halverson. Beautiful pass there from McBain. He saucers that one over to Krause and just, I'm not even sure if that one touched the ground before he gets that one off his stick. 14:39 now left in the third. See what side this will be for. Will be the left side in the Tampa zone. It'll be Hayton and Paul on the draw. That second line out there for Utah. It'll be third for Tampa. Tied up, push the left side corner. Bjorkstrand trying to dig this one away, but Utah fighting to keep it in. Ultimately ends up back in their own zone. Modescate and get to it first. Gonsalves, great pressure by him. Bjorkstrand can't get away with it. Still tied up in that right side corner. Finally, Mata will push this one up to Gunther. He'll chip this to neutral ice. Perbix get this one across to Moser. Utah push it back in just for a second. Tampa will pick it right back up. Up the other way. Here's Gonsalves with it. Another one thrown towards net. That one, Paul, that one goes wide. Another one thrown towards net. Wide as well. Utah will stop that one before anything happens. Launch the other way. Carcone, he'll pick this one before Halverson can really launch that one out of his own zone. Still makes a save, though. But Halverson's got to be a little quicker than that. Here's Marino moving in. Looking for a pass across. Won't, or tries to take it. It'll be stopped before it even gets there. Push to Moser. Left side in his own zone. Utah fights to keep this one in. Back to Perbix. Left side corner. Chips this one all the way through neutral ice. Tampa just short of the icing prevention tip up there. So back the other way we will go. 13:33 left in the third now. Yeah, we'll see on the Halverson replay. Turns his back to Carcone completely. Doesn't even see him coming. Just tries to wait as he dumps it around to the right side. Still makes a save in time, but can't. Got to be a little quicker than that when you see him coming in, and then you just think, oh, it's nothing. But no, got the puck from you right in front, right to the net. Right side draw, Tampa's own one back by him. Cutting out of the zone is Moser with it. He'll chip this one to the far right side corner. Sergachev and Hagel fighting for it. It'll be Maselli that comes to pick this one away. Now up to Stenlin. Cutting up out of the Utah zone with it, trying to get this one in. Poke checked away from him. It'll be dumped in right side anyway. Halverson will stop this one. Round to Hedman. Now poke the left side corner. Up to Hagel. Now Kucherov cuts through neutral ice with it. He's got Gensel to help him. Drops this one back for Hedman. Push the right side for Radish. Shot that one tipped wide. Hedman looking to get this one around to Kucherov, ultimately taken away by Utah and chipped all the way down. No icing on that one. Halverson will stop that one behind the net. Bad pass from Tampa, kept in by Utah. Cooley in the slot. That one a shot saved away. Keller racing forward along the right side boards. Taken away by Schmaltz in the zone. Back to Keller. He'll ring this one around. Halverson will look to slow. He'll get just enough of it. Hedman will grab it behind the Tampa net. 12.5 left in the third now. Shot sitting 23-20 in favor of Utah. Edmonton. That's not even close. Hedman. Christ almighty. He'll dump this one deep into the Utah zone. He'll end up left side corner. McBain will look to move this one out. It'll be Krause that does. Cutting up the right side. He'll dump this to the left side corner. He's got Doan to help him. Chernak will try and push this one around to McDonough. Will eventually get to him. Tied up along the right side boards. Both teams taken away. It'll take a bounce into the middle. Sorelli does a great job to get this one away from Doan, but ultimately ends up in the left side corner. McBain fighting for it. 1-on-2 though. Can't do too much with it. Will end up to Hedman. Now Gord with it. Couple passes from Tampa back in their own zone. Hedman, the one currently. Back with it, looking for a long pass up through neutral ice. He'll find it. Won't be able to get too deep with it, though. Kesselring back up the other way. Drops this one for Keller. Great defense there. Keller will drop this one back to Cooley. Left side with it. Launching it back to Keller, deep behind the Tampa net. Trying to get pressured off the puck there by Radish. He'll keep control, though, along the right side. Just for a minute, though, as Tampa will regain control, looking to push this one out to neutral ice. If cameraman could, there we go. Took forever to pan over to Kesselring back in his own zone. He'll get this one over to Cole. 11 minutes left in the third. Utah back up the other way. It's Kerfoot. He'll push this one in right side. Halverson will leave this for Radish. Trying to cut out with it. Here's Hedman. Will chip this one in right side. Melko will just slow this one. He'll push it around to Marino now. Left side corner. Gensel back with pressure. Can't do too much with it, though. Great effort, though. Chipped up to Stenlin. Dropped back to Kerfoot. Looking for a tip in front there. Won't find it. Left to Kucherov. Left side of his own zone. Quick pass up to Hedman. 10.5 now. Tampa back up the other way. Trying to cut in. I believe it's Bjorkstrand. Nope. It'll be Point the one. Quick pass across there. Another shot. That one saved away by Vejmelka. Completely out of his net. He'll get back just in time. Looking for a tip to Point in front. Won't find it. Utah will clear this one out to neutral ice. That one all the way back down to the Tampa end. No icing on that one. Hedman. Long pass up there, neutral ice. Now Point with it. Drops this one back to Gensel. Throws one to the net right into the glove of Vejmelka. He'll hold. 10:02 left in the third as we head to commercial for the first time this period. Utah able to take a 5-3 lead just for a second, and then Tampa brings it back within one. They're not stopping that momentum anytime soon. Listening to Tampa, Utah on Utah 801 Utah Hockey Radio. Be back after the short commercial break. 10:02 left in the third. Utah up 5-4 against Tampa. Looking at some of these stats during the commercial break there. Shots currently sitting 23-21. Third specifically 7-3 in favor of Utah. Additionally, block shots 20-12 in favor of Utah. So good defense from both teams. Big shot from Tampa from the right side point. That one saved away by Utah. Looking to clear. Ultimately hits the Tampa stick there. Early dump back in. Sorelli fighting for it. Catch the Neds. He kind of falls into the boards there. Mata trying to poke that one off him. It'll end up to Stenlund instead in the left side corner. Great effort there by every Tampa player out there to fight for that puck no matter what. Dump back to the Tampa, and they'll dump it. They'll move it up through neutralize quickly. Dursey, a bad pass from him. Taken away. Quick shot there. That one saved away by Vejmelka. Gord, the one with the shot there. Tied up along the left side boards. Finally, this one will squeak free back to neutralize. McDonough, he'll get this one across quickly over to Chernak. He'll dump this deep right corner of the Utah zone. Mata will get to it first. Gord back with pressure. Dump to the right, or dump to the left side of the Utah zone. Tied up along the boards. Gord back with it, looking for one from an angle. He'll take it, but it'll be bounced back that left side corner. Moving down the wall, they'll dump it back up the wall instead. Push back during the Utah net. Dursey will get to it first, looking to make up for his clear last time, and he will. However, dumped deep, and that one barely not a clear for Utah, so that'll be an icing on him instead. 8:46. Yeah, it was good puck movement from Tampa right off that draw there. They throw a couple to the net, just looking for any bounce. What, 2-3 goals so far of the 9 have been tip-ins, so it's not a bad idea at this point. Schmaltz-Paul left side draw of the Utah zone, one back by Tampa. McDonough not able to keep this one in, or Hedman not able to keep this one in the zone, so he'll move back to his own blue line. Paul will dump this one in left side. Velka thought about looking to slow, but way past him before he could even think about it. Back down to the Tampa line. Hedman with it. Looking to chip this one up. He'll end up back behind the Utah net, and that one just barely an icing on Tampa this time. 8:27 left in the third now. Shot still sitting 23-21, and back down to the Tampa end will go for the face-off. It'll be a right side draw in the Tampa zone. Paul and Stenlund on the draw. Try a second time. Both players still in. Tied up the dot, one back by Utah this time. Maselli looking to throw one on net quickly. Stenlund will drop it right back to him. Maselli moving up the right side. Cutting around the net, moving left with it. We'll get this one to Kerfoot, deep behind the net with it. Net knocked off, though. Still playing. Finally, this one blown dead. 8:13 now left in the third. Didn't see who on Tampa, just as they're trying to cut around, just nudges the corner of the net there and comes off. Go out on a limb and assume Hedman because they're showing him on the broadcast, but there we go. There's the replay. Yeah, was Hedman, just as he's trying to cut around, grabs onto the post and then pushes a little too far with it. Net comes off. 8:13 left in the third. So we cut away from the benches. There we go. Left side draw, Tampa zone, Hayton and Paul on the draw. Try this one a second time. Second time, tied up the dot. Utah pushed back down the line, but not able to keep it in. Ends up all the way back down. Melko, he'll leave this one behind his net. Cole, the one to pick it up. He'll cut out. Was pressured by Tampa there. Long pass up by Utah. Gunther trying to chip this one in, not able to. Utah pick this one back up in their own zone. Gensel, the one with pressure there. Moving it up right through neutralize. Tampa will pick it right back up at their line. And they come back up the other way. It's McDonough with it. He'll drop this one back to Gensel. Can't do too much with it. Push right back to the Tampa end. Chernak. Back to Gensel again. Chipping this one up through neutral ice. Utah pick it right back up in their own zone. Up the other way they come. Here's Schmaltz cutting up the right side with speed. Looking for a quick backhand in front. Barely saved away. Ends up free. I don't know if that one's going to stand. If it does, Keller, the one in front with it. I have a feeling they'll look at that one for goaltender interference. I'll put the goal on the board regardless. I'll have to see on the replay. .722 regardless. Schmaltz just cuts up the right side, looks for a backhand. I think poke checked away. Actually, that one might be good. Not sure if they're going to see. Looking at a couple more angles here. If they determine McBain. No, that one should stand. Actually, we should be good. Keller, his 25th of the season. Yeah, it looks like that one's going to stand. Tampa, I'm sure looking it over at the very least, but it's close. If still thinking about it. The big concern is if McBain is in the crease. He's mostly shoved, but he does come into the crease first. Cooper talking to him. Yeah, I think they're going to look this one over. Which doesn't shock me at all. It's, clearly that's what immediately I thought. There's too many people in the crease for that not to at least be looked at for a second. Yeah, ref's looking this one over. I can see this one going either way. Schmaltz cuts through, doesn't touch him at all. McBain tries to come into the crease. He's at the right side of the crease, whereas Halverson is more to the left. Not sure if they're going to determine that he pushed him enough on his own. Gensel following in pushes McBain a decent bit. So we'll have this is going to be close. I think missed in the scuffle. Great effort there by Schmaltz to cut in and even with the backhand throw it towards the net regardless. Well, while we wait, let's take a look at some of the other things happening. Capitals currently up 6-3 against Florida. About 6:40 left in the third there. Kings won 7-2 against the Canes. Avs currently up 1-0 against the Canadiens. 9:50 left in the first there. Ottawa and the Devils currently tied at 0. 10.5 left in the first there. Leafs currently up 1-0 against the Preds. About 10:15 left in the first there. As stated earlier, Calgary winning 4-3 in overtime against the Islanders. Rangers winning 5-3 against the Canucks. Dallas winning 3-2 in overtime against Flyers. Wild winning 4-1 against the Sabres. And St. Louis winning 4-1 against the Blackhawks. Still looking this one up, which is fair. This is very close, tough to call. Headphones are off. We'll see what they decide. And the call. There was goaltender interference on the play. No goal for Utah, which does not shock me in the slightest. It was close. That one very easily could have went either way. So 7:22, Utah still with a 1-goal lead. See if they can answer back quickly, or at the very least keep up the pressure. Because as dumb as it sounds, I've stated it before. If you're in the offensive zone, they can't score unless you're Buffalo. Tampa will just dump this one on net. Vmelko will just push this one to left side corner. Cole looking to clear this one out. Can't quite get it to the dome. It'll end up to the red line. Push right back in by Moser. Cole pick it up again, right side this time, dumping it to neutral ice. Back down to Kucherov this time. Looking for a quick pass up through neutral ice. He'll dump this one back to Moser, cutting out with it. Cut in right through the middle, trying to push it to the right side boards for Hagel to get to him just in the corner instead. Wrap around the boards attempt. That one stopped by Utah. They cut back in the other way. McBain, he'll dump this one to the left side corner, trying to chip it to himself. Mosley will get to it first, though. Here comes Hagel back up the other way. Gets one across to Perbix. Throws this one to the net. That one blocked by Sergachev before it even hits the net. Hagel picked this one back up in the left side corner. Sorelli trying to get this one in front. Ultimately taken away by Keller. Back up the other way he comes. Gets this one over to Schmaltz. Will dump this one right side. Keller looking for a quick one in front to Schmaltz. He'll skate back to the line instead. Dropping this one back for Mata. Flipping around at that left side. Trying to throw one in front. That one just goes wide instead. 6 minutes left in the third now. Tampa trying to get this one deep, and ultimately that will be an icing on Tampa. 5:59 left in the third. Shot sitting 23-21 in favor of Utah. See what side this one's on. I believe right side draw in the in the Tampa zone. Yes, will be. Looks like it'll be Gensel and Stenlin on the draw. Eventually, we'll get this one dropped. Finally, we'll tie it without one back by Utah. Oh, we'll try that one again. Scratch that. Take a second try at this one. Shots now sitting 23-22, Tampa. So it's finally updated. This time the draw one back by Tampa. Trying to get this one cleared out. Kept in right side, though. Stenlin deep with it in the corner. Get this one around to Kerfoot. Put back down the line for Sergachev. Dancing with it. Eventually he'll throw one towards the net. That one saved away. Perbix Stenlin fighting forward along the left side board. Squeaks out to Gensel. Get this one back behind the net for McDonough. Launched up through neutral ice, trying to find Gensel. That one taken away by Sergachev instead. Quick pass up to Kerfoot. He'll just chip it to the right side corner as he's skating the wrong way for it. Gensel trying to get this one to point. Can't get out of their own zone with it. Kerfoot will push it right back in. Shot towards the net. That one blockered away. Kept in along the right side boards by Hayton just for a second. That one moved back out by Tampa. Kucherov with it. Taken away. Here's Doan cutting back up the other way. 1-on-2. Alverson with a diving poke to prevent the kind of pseudo breakaway there. Ends up in the left side corner. I already forgot the dude's name there. I'm saying it all night. Radish. Good Lord. Tampa trying to get that one cleared back into the Utah end. They'll get it deep. Cooley will pick it up instead. Utah on the previous play there, just trying to get anything going, but ultimately stopped by Tampa. Bjorkstrand held up this one in left or right side. Will end up left side boards. Both teams digging away at it. Paul trying to get this one. He'll throw one towards the net completely wide. He'll bounce to the right side point. Kept in. Bjorkstrand looking for a tip in front, but from Paul, that one goes wide as well. Utah looking to get this one up and out. Gunther trying to be taken away by Bjorkstrand right at the Tampa line. Dump back in. Chip to prevent the icing. Paul back to kind of provide pressure. Jersey catches the edge. Tampa will keep this one in. Moser round to Bjorkstrand. He'll get Paul deep with it. Jersey's still back there to kind of pressure him. He'll take a bounce, stays in at the line. Back around for Paul behind the Utah net. 3:55 left in the third now. Kerfoot trying to clear this one out. Take a couple bounces up the left side boards. Stenlin trying to get out with it. Still kept in, but this time nobody deep in the Utah zone. Velk with a kind of dangerous pass there to Maselli. Tampa will keep this one in the zone again. Still tied up along the left side boards. 3.5 left in the third. Oh, play blown dead there. Believe we have a penalty on the play. Doesn't look like it. I think we just had a hand pass there, I believe is what they were signaling. Regardless, play blown dead. 3:29 left in the third. Utah up 5-4. Hopefully the last commercial break of the night. I would hope so. Don't go anywhere. About 3.5 left to play. Tampa only down 1. Listening to Tampa, Utah on Utah 801 Utah Hockey Radio. Be back after the short commercial break. 3:29 left in the third. Utah up 5-4 against Tampa. I believe this will be a neutral ice draw. We'll have to see. Looks like right side draw outside left side draw outside the Utah zone. One back by Utah. Gotta wonder when Cooper's going to think about pulling Halverson. Chipped in right side. Chernak will be the first to get to it behind his net. He'll dump it right side corner. Doan racing in to grab it. He's got McDonough with pressure, though. Take a couple bounces, end up to the left side corner of the Tampa zone. Gord looking to clear. He'll get this one up to Paul. Push right back in by Utah. Chernak. Hook pass over to McDonough. Long pass up through neutral ice, taken away by Utah. Model will get to it first, deep left side corner of his own zone. Paul with pressure on him, though. Utah looking to clear this one. It'll take a couple bounces. Stopped in neutral ice, though. Here's Cooley cutting up the left side, cutting up the right side, looking for one. And that one saved away by Halverson. 2:49 left in the third now. Shots should be 24-22 in favor of Utah at this point. Even if Utah's not putting any more shots towards the net, if they can at least keep it in the Tampa zone for now, it'll be critical for them. But Tampa doing a phenomenal job of getting it back the other way and creating chances. Right side draw, Tampa zone, Schmaltz, and I cannot see who for Tampa. The ref is in the way. See here in a minute. Point, the one on the draw. Tied up the dot, taken away by Schmaltz. Move back down the right side with it, dumping it around, trying to get that one to Cooley, but Radish will intercept that one before that gets to him. Dumped all the way down. Melka, he'll dump this one around to the left side corner of the Utah zone. Looking for a clear. Hedman will try and keep this one in. Another one shot towards the net. That one saved away by Vejmelka. Cole will get to it first in the right side corner, looking to clear. Kept in again. Then takes a bounce right outside the line as Radish not able to keep this one down. Empty net for Tampa. Skating 6. Here's Hedman with it. Quick pass across to Radish. He'll dump this one in. Sergachev with it. And they'll call this one offsides, I believe. 2:09 left in the third. Tampa down 1, empty net. Shots tied up at 23 now. Are you kidding me? Really? All right, scratch that. I guess the advertisers need to get paid. We'll head to commercial for one last time. Hopefully, I think. 2:09 left in the third. You're not going to want to miss the end of this one. Listening to you, Tampa, Utah, yada yada. We just heard this. We'll be back in a minute. .209 left in the third. Tampa with the empty net. Skating 5. They have the offensive zone draw. Ooh, actually, even better for Tampa. Skating 6 on 4. Utah actually taking a too many men penalty. That one will be served by Kraus, so Utah's really going to need to hold down here for the next 2. Hedman back down the line. He'll get this one across to Kucherov. Now deep in the right side corner with it. Back to Kucherov along the right side boards. Hedman, Kucherov fakes a shot. Deep with it. Gensel looking for a quick one in front. Is Bjorkstrand, but stopped at the door by Vejmelka. Minute 57 left in the third. I believe it'll be 9 seconds of 5-on-5. Well, minus the goalie, you know what I mean. Power play will be over with 9 seconds left. But effectively, Tampa on the power play for the rest of the game, or at least the rest of the third. Bjorkstrand with a beautiful chance in front. Just shoots it wide, actually. Misses the left side of the net. Left side draw, Utah zone. Sergachev won it back, trying to get this one around to Kerfoot. He'll dump it all the way down to the Tampa end. Well, not an empty net for Tampa anymore. Just Tampa on the power play. Cutting in the other way, it's Point. He'll end up right side corner with it. Now empty net again for Tampa. Quick shot there from Bjorkstrand, looking for one again. Looking for the empty net. Just hits the post. Hedman all the way down to pick it up. No harm in trying, especially on the power play now. Cutting in the right side is Hagel. Drops this one to Kucherov. Moving at that right side dot with a Gensel in front, looking for a tic-tac-toe play there. To Point, won't find it. Hagel back to Hedman. Now Kucherov right side with it. Waits, takes a shot. That one saved away by Vejmelka. 1 minute left, looking for another one in front. That one taken away. Utah looking for the empty net again. This time they'll find the back of it. Utah takes the 6-4 lead on the empty net. Kerfoot, I believe, the one that got it. However, wouldn't shock me if Tampa scores every goal so far this game. One is scored, and then next person has. One team has scored, then the next, and it's been insane. Kerfoot, his 10th of the season. Shorthanded empty net goal as well. Plus his second of the night. Wait for the assists to roll in on the app. Tampa, phenomenal playing on this on the power play. Trying to get something in close. Just Vejmelka holds out just long enough. 56.5 left. Not impossible with a team like Tampa and the way they've been playing. However, if Utah can win this one back and get something going. Oh, plus Tampa will still be on the power play. Once we cut away from the benches here. Kraus still in the box for that too many men. So Tampa's still skating 5-on-4. And I'm sure they'll pull Halverson as soon as they can. Utah wins draw back. Sergachev looks to dump this one in, although calling it dead right at the draw. Kucherov looking for something. I believe he's slashing right off the draw is what he's looking for. Will he get it? Looks like no is the answer there. So no assist on that Kerfoot one, so I'm going to assume at the moment it's unassisted, though. As soon as I say that, they'll pop up, I'm sure. Check before the end of the game. 56.5 put back on the clock. We'll do this face-off again. It'll be Kerfoot and Gensel this time on the draw. 43 seconds left on the Tampa power play. Refs talking with the Utah bench real quick. Halverson out at the hash marks, ready to head to the bench when needed. Get this all figured out eventually. All right, I think we're good finally. Kerfoot, Gensel at the draw. Second time. See if third time's the charm. Finally, puck drop. This one back by Tampa, immediately pushed into the Utah zone, but taken away right at the line. Dumped towards the net, but this time Halverson's still in it. 45 seconds now Hedman, he'll dump this one back. Halverson to the bench. Point, trying to get this one in right side. It's Kucherov with it. Drops this one back down the line. Hedman now. Back to him. Moves up the left side. Trying to get this one across to Kucherov. He'll pick it up. 30 seconds. Big shot there from Radish right into the belly of Vamelka. He'll hold. 28.1 left in the third. It's not impossible they get two, but at this point I can't see them, getting it. 18 seconds left on that power play. Left side draw in the Utah zone, one back by Tampa. Sorelli trying to get one. He'll push this one back to Point. Now Radish, big shot there from Hedman. That one goes wide. Point, a little too deep to catch the rebound there. 16 seconds now. Back down the line for Radish. Another one from Hedman. That one saved, cleared out. Utah looking for a second empty net. Just wide. That one before the power play ends. 5 seconds. And Utah keeps their playoff hopes alive somehow. My goodness, what a game. 73, 75, and 70. My goodness, Utah will take this one at home 6-4 against Tampa. I'll check real quick to see if that Kerfoot goal had any assists on it. Nope, unassisted. Insane. Final shots, as soon as I exit out of the app, forgot. Final shot sitting 26-25 in favor of Tampa, breaking that down by period. 9-5 Utah in the first, 13-7 Tampa in the second, 9-8 Utah in the third. Utah will finish the homestand out on Monday against Detroit, and then they're back on the road, coincidentally enough, in Tampa on Thursday. So that one should be fun, especially after tonight's game. Playoff picture for Utah. St. Louis, 79 points in the second wild card. Calgary, 77, 1 out. Vancouver with 76. And Utah now sitting 75. So they keep themselves within 4. St. Louis has played 71 games. Calgary, 69, I believe. They should still have a game in hand on every... Yeah. Calgary was 69, so they have a game in hand on everybody not named St. Louis. And then Vancouver and Utah both have played 70. Hope to see you back here on Monday. Utah hoping to keep their playoff hopes alive again. What an insane game. I have been Taryn Holmes. This is Utah 801, Utah Hockey Radio. Have yourself a good rest of the day.